Hey, Gremlin here with Hunter. Welcome back to FlatWorld. So last time we built a house, mostly, we got it largely done. I've gone in and I'm trying to think I may have done some of the windows after the fact. I know I got the carpet done more recently. Sheep out back is still producing this stuff. It looks okay to me, I guess. I mean, I don't know how it looks to you in color.
It looks like
Designed a house.
I went with my second less hideous choice.
Oh, there was a better one?
You know that weird little stack of like uh blocks from the end cities that you have?
Yeah. Wait, which these?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered if you wanted to do that instead of, or in addition or something. I didn't bring it up because I was afraid you might say yes. So that's off the list. We can furnish it now and then if we want to put beds and stuff in there, but I'm not going to forget. Every time I go in the house, I'll notice there's nothing in there, so we're done with that. That leaves, well, bedrocking, as always, because that's just going down and digging out the grass to expose the bedrock to let the shadows not spawn stuff. It's just something we do as we expand. We don't bother recording it because it's boring to do, let alone to watch. That leaves kelp, which I was about to write off the list because we don't have... Well, kelp is awkward, historically. I would use bamboo. The point of kelp is that if you have kelp, you can cook it and make it dried kelp and then combine 9 of the seaweed leaves, the dried seaweed, Japanese stuff, into... I don't think we have that. It kind of looks like that, and you 9 of them, but black, and 9 of them make a big cube. And then you can use that instead of lava, because you can't automate the lava. Right? It doesn't work. You can automate kelp. The trick with it is that anytime I've done it in the past, it's a huge, massive, stupid machine. But I was thinking about it, and I was wondering why I couldn't just make something similar to, like, the thing over here that's doing sugarcane, turning it into paper, but with the added step of cooking it first. But the way this works, the problem is the sugarcane has to be... We're really full on that. And all of the boxes. It has to be next to water, so it is. But not submerged in water. With kelp, it has to be submerged, so it's a different situation. But I was wondering if I could just do the same thing with pistons and observers and whatever. And maybe use, like, signs or something to block the water, to give the kelp a place to float into and fall down into hoppers. With that concept, I started looking into what other people might have thought of. The first thing I found out was don't use signs, because they do saturate. But do use, and we don't have, well, we might have a couple downstairs, but we generally don't have any. We have these guys, which saturate. Oh wait, there's some right here. It's interesting, I didn't know that. Need more, but there's that right there. That's a fence post that's saturated. That's why the little fishery thing works in as much as it does. If I use instead of a fence, which is just something that water can do, or a sign, if I use this thing changes states if you click on it, so it's like a door, except that it's not like a door, because it and a door have in common that they can't be saturated. They just can't. Because they can be opened or closed, and it matters. You can't have water in a situation like that. However, if you put down a door and go up a couple blocks, you can't put a door on top of it. You can stack these guys. Which means that if I had about 31 more, I'm thinking, and I could, I would be able to do a system that, did I get any... I ought to. Give me a bit of this while I'm thinking about it. And go make a couple of things I'm going to want to do. Make some hoppers. Make a couple of boxes now that I'm out. And make some sticks. And make... I don't know how much I need for this necessarily. Make some more... Is that... Spruce, how about that? We're up to 17 and probably 40 if we make this thing 10 things wide. So give me... I'm out of sticks. I have sticks behind me, I should have them on me. make more gates is 23. Like how many? I gotta see. They change recipes occasionally. I gotta see what the hell I need for this. 4 sticks each. Okay. It's 31, so I need 18 sticks. I can have 20 sticks. Well, then I'm out of wood. Okay, that's nice. Grab some wood. I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh wait, I'm not out of wood. What am I out? I'm out of sticks. That's weird. What am I? Oh, it wasn't 8. It's 36. It must be. What do I need? 4 more. I need that many more, and then just make this. Right? Good. Oh, and then make a block of this because I don't want it on me. So, if you want to make me, I don't know if we have any. What we have? If we have any. 5 and a normal pit. If you want to make me like 19 pistons and 15 observers, that would be handy.
Okay.
And I go over here with all this that I have so far, and something I don't have so far, and grab and set up a thing. I built one of these real quick in creative mode in a redstone ready world, FlatWorld like this but different. And it worked fine, but I wasn't creative, so there were a couple of things that were just easy enough. I don't know if it'll be that easy in survival. I guess we'll find out. I can do it, I don't doubt that. It just might be a couple more trips back and forth for things. I don't know if I can get water to pool in this thing as I set it up. If that's the oven and we want stuff to go into it, we probably want the thing that we're talking about doing to be about here. Meaning, close enough that we can output it into the ovens and then do a whole cyclical thing that makes it work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ought to be good. We can go 12, but I mean, I can go 12, but that would mean everything else has to be doubled for each spot, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to need a surface to do stuff with, and it doesn't matter what, so let's just go with some of these. So we have these that we don't have any use for anyway. And if I set these up, first of all, here, this is going to be where the kelp goes on top of this. That, like that. Go ahead and set down glass on the edges of this thing. Well, I don't need the one down there, it's not important. Just to remind me where the stops are. That's going to be kelp, so this is going to be... Is that really all I've got a bunch of wood, I don't need it. Let me go get rid of some stuff, hang on. Alright, so make more cubes, so we have that. If that's going to be almost an air gap, though it's going to be made of water, so it's not really an air gap. Let's throw that there, lose that because it doesn't stay there. And this is going to be air gap, essentially. Oh, you know, I could well, I can do it later. I'll be able to reach better. This is going to be a surface onto which we put pistons, because they have to go forward and break halfway down the thing. So the noises these make are weird. Get this out to here, right there. Pistons go on that. And behind the pistons go one more row of this stuff, which will be for redstone to be on, and also to keep, it'll make sense as we do it. That one's done. This one goes here like this. Yeah, the design I'm going with, I more or less mentally had, it's like, this would probably work. So I was thinking if I could, I know you can put signs on top of signs, it just didn't occur to me that they really easily saturate, so that's an issue. You have some hoppers handy?
Hoppers?
Sorry, pistons.
Yes.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll be back. I'm gonna need... some number of redstones. Okay, so... let's get back to you and see if I can... yeah, I should be able to get up. Soon enough, I'm gonna... well, I've got this here. I can probably just climb the vines and hop it. Well, no, I can't. Maybe over there I can. Okay, so if this were out of my way and I had that... I can put... it. I don't have to do this first, but it'll show you how it's going to work as we do this. Pretty sure... I'm not pretty sure. I just assume I can put kelp on this stuff. I can't imagine I can't. I can't put it on, like, mud. I know that much. Okay, so if you want to face the... like this... and just thump the thing in facing the app, and then do that like 19 more times. I'm going to start closing things up so we don't have a leak when I'm done.
1, 2... that was 10.
Are you out?
No, I was just
It should be
counting.
10. That's what I counted for.
Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Alright.
Now that I'm up here, I can start playing with these because I want to be able to reach. Shift-click these in. Don't open them or else the saturation mechanics will change about them. There's one row. Second row. Third row. Can I get a fourth reasonably? Not, no. That's fine. We're going to have to build up a little more. So now do you have some observers? So if you come back here where the redstone is, walk along that. You've never really done redstone before. This is a first for you. Good. Yeah, just throw it and let me jump up and yeah, I'll get this done while you're doing that. So yeah, these will not saturate, but they will maintain an air gap. What did I miscount? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I not have enough? Well, I guess I could go have enough. Take a nap, make a couple more. Hang on. Yeah, I thought I had like 40 of them, but I guess probably I was wrong. I'm stuck. Let me figure out how to get unstuck. I just ran out somehow. Alright, with that done, get some glass, build this up so we don't have water running out the sides. How much glass do I... oh, I'll be able to do. Let's glass over this for 2 reasons. One is I don't want stuff... well, stuff won't spawn, but also I don't want water running out the back. That... goes like that. And I'm just using as little glass as I can. Well, need to put it there though. That should be there, and that can be... yeah, that's fine, I think. Is there any... do you see anywhere water will get out of this? I think I got it sealed, but I'm not positive.
Oh. It looks like it should be fine.
Okay. If that's the case, you know... just to make this... actually, I can go over here first. Oh, let me... oh, you know, I have what I need on me to find out. If I... get... oh, I'll take out... I shouldn't use blast for this, but I did. If I put one of these down like that... first of all, yeah, that's going to activate, but it's staying in there, I think. Is there anywhere it's going? I don't see it getting out. If I put one here, we have that problem, so it has to go there, which means I need 18 buckets of water. If you want to make some buckets, like apparently 16 of them,
See what I can do.
fill up on water and go back over there and get that done. I also need at some point kelp. Not a lot, like 20 of them. that many of them.
How many buckets?
Probably 16. Can you carry 16?
I
I
can
can carry like 5, 6, maybe. Just I'll sit in here and slurp up whatever you make, and then whatever I can't get, you can get. So when you have a stack of those things, just lean over and
making room.
Whoa. You did that wrong. Never do that wrong. You moved and got the other corner at the same... It's fine, it's fixed.
I think what happened is I accidentally double-clicked.
Maybe. Is that all of them?
Yep.
Alright, go put these in place. It's weird how much walking we have to do for something. It's just this teeny little... We got 100... Well, we have 10,000 square meters of living space, but it's immense. Because I don't want to have to walk around. I have wings, I'm not using them.
Okay, so just place it against the glass?
Yeah, or just directly on the... It doesn't really matter as long as... It's not gonna... Just don't touch a fence, a gate, whatever they're called. That's the important thing right now.
Well, I don't want to accidentally make it be water that it shouldn't be.
Yeah, 2 have to go over here while you're thinking.
Okay.
I'm going to start placing kelp if I'm not wrong about stuff. Find out. Because they're good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you get the 2 on the end?
Yes.
7, 8, 9, 10. Should be able to swim up and out. And as those grow, well, somewhat immediately when they grow, they're going to activate the... They're going to excite the observers, which will throw the pistons up. That one's already at 2. But as they grow, they're going to create source blocks, so that'll be its own thing as it happens. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... The hell? Did I... You done?
Almost. You didn't have a lot of room. Now it's done.
Some number, I don't know what anymore. I have 2 left over somehow, I can't guess. Did I miss any, or did they break? They might have broken, actually. That should be that. And then, depending... We could seal the whole thing up, but my suspicion is the same as with, because we're using glass. Which about that you got down? Okay. Get rid of the glass so I don't have that here to be weird about.
Getting down is easy. Landing on a narrow strip is a lot harder.
With this thing, sometimes when you, I can show you, I'm sure I can make this happen. You bang on this for a little while, with Silk Touch, by the way. Eventually, at least one of these is going to go off to the side, even though there's no way it can. Is that... Well, it's not happening, but... My point is... Because it's glass, it might... Kinda... You know what I really could do? Not that. Is, clip that. Because there's no fire involved in this thing. It's not like it's going to hurt anything. Throw this... I don't care, right there. Let it grow down. But that should... How are we doing? Okay, there's... You can have those 2. I don't know where they came from, but you can have them. So that... Did they just do something?
Yes.
That's going to do that for us. And in the longer term, we can pull this out through more hoppers. Up, I guess, into... We can do a couple of things. One, we could cook it anywhere. We do have to raise it up first, though, because it's on the ground. That's not a big deal. It just has to happen. One way or the other, we want this to become cooked into kelp, seaweed, crunchy, munchy stuff. And then we want to compile that into blocks. And then we want to use blocks instead of lava here to... We can keep the lava. It's a good way to jumpstart the system if we run out of something, but that's happening, yeah. Actually, this maybe. Where are you? That's our...
Looks neat straight on.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just one of these asymmetrical on me, but whatever. Yeah, we can talk about what we're gonna... But, yeah, I think it's all sealed. No water's leaking. Nothing's gonna spawn anywhere. This is fine. And yeah, it works because the gates... Yeah, that's what I wanted all along. So what I was thinking of doing was insane, which means I've done it before, is build, go down to like 0 and build a spot for the stuff to grow up to about here. I don't know how well that would work. It might be out of range for growing, but, and then have a big kind of massive square that was, I don't know, 16 meters wide, and then 16, 8, some number off. The pistons would do what they're doing at the base, and we get a couple dozen, maybe a few dozen kelps floating to the surface. At the surface, they would hit basically a waterfall and wind up somewhere in the middle. But this is fine. This is fast enough, I think. It doesn't have to be more than this. If anything ever doesn't make it down, if we see stuff floating, we can come up here and just grab it. It'll be fine. I almost wonder if we want to... I mean, I can't, but if I could...
What?
Where the hell? No, that's not what I want with this. If I had one of these... Apparently I can't easily have. And got over here where I could see. Let's put one of these, actually let's put it in the middle. Is there a middle? 294, 286, so probably 290. Throw that there. Just that'll grow down. We'll be able to climb up and use that water source to refill buckets or whatever. I can go back down this thing now. Yeah, that seems to be okay. Yeah, we're already up to 2 stacks, so that was just... The effort was worth it, apparently. Yeah, we have a place to stash empty buckets for a while. I guess just a box, huh?
Yeah. No.
Oh, and this stuff, which I forgot I had. Whatever, it's... wow. That should go in here, really.
So we've got a whole stack of kelp in here.
I know. Oh, in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, also in here. It's fine. It's what I want, actually. Rearrange... I got torches I never really asked for. Well, we can go... Where are we on time? Yeah, I got a couple of minutes left. Not enough to do anything cooking this stuff. We might get to that next time. By next time, though, because it's Sunday the 2nd right now. Somewhere in the next 2 or 3 weeks, possibly 4, we should kick up to 121.6, and then we'll get happy gasts and whatever, and then we have that whole thing to worry about. I think overall we're going to... Because that's, well, they changed it. Now it's not bone meal, and it's not bone blocks. It's, the soul sand and the gas tiers. We can go look at the gas tiers if you want real quick. Make sure that system looks like it's working. Got nothing better to do for a sec. I do get the feeling, I didn't quite see anyone say so for sure, but as slow, that's as slow, are we cool? Did I look at him? Stupid, he doesn't know. As slow as they seem to be when I played with them a little in a snapshot, I think they're slower now, they're going to be slower. So it's going to be really, the only advantage is going to be that you can carry stuff around really slowly. Like it might be as fast to row a boat with a box in it across the, grass in the overworld. But if you want altitude, and I mostly do, you'd be able to get up here, somehow get a gas up here, and I stress somehow, it's not going to be easy. Not going to be impossible, it's not going to be easy. But, and then get a couple of villagers. So we have villagers way up there. I can go point that out if I wanted. But we could pick up, I can do it from here, I think. We could pick up a couple of villagers in a boat, fly them over to like a whole nother village if we wanted to. Because we built this in a fairly stupid biome for what we're doing. This is not producing as many pigment as I would like. This gets me here, which gets me here, which is a whole big system to get up here. And we didn't connect these to that. That was my map. I've done the same thing on 2 maps now. Not quite the same. On my real map, my Let's Play map, I have snow to play with, so I can auto-kill the enemy ghasts. But here we have to shoot them. It's fine. It's just a hassle. We have arrows. We're getting arrows from the piglin down there for feeding it gold when we get, but we're not getting enough gold because we don't have enough pigment, and that's my problem.
We're also getting the skeletons out here.
Well, yeah, that too. So, and we got a little hidey place to lurk to let this run, but yeah, well, there's a lot of golems. We just aren't getting the pigment I would want because the biome is dumb for that. It's a crimson. I didn't think of that before I built this. We build one in a basic, you know, nether hell, whatever the hell it is. We'd do better, and we could link them up for the materials or whatever that we get from them. From here, if I, you know, give me... No, I'm not going to be able to fly there, actually. I'm not sure where it is, so I might miss. Let me get over to the ghast. So, down this staircase of stuff, which is largely empty, because, again, we just aren't getting enough to get enough gold to trade for... We are getting, like, hoglins in there, and endermen, and obviously golems. But where's the iron? Oh. Oh, I still gotta sometime do an oven in here, although... Can't do kelp in here, I'm sure of that. Could do bamboo, except we can't. That really dim column in the distance is how I'm gonna get up to where the ghast ought to be. I don't know if it will be. Might be. Give me a... This, in case it is, I'll shoot it real quick. But, yeah, we do have some ghast here, like... I don't know how many we have stored up. A few stacks, I think. Pretty sure we left them in here. Let me get up here.
Oh.
I hear a ghast, so I suspect there's one in there, yeah. Not much else really can spawn in there, I don't think. So... As I get up here, I'm going to want to be a little careful about getting away from where it could see me and shoot me, but... It's right there. No, you don't. No, maybe you do. Oh, there's 2. That's fun. No, there's not. Me. Can I have that experience? No, it's too far away. Anyway, that gets us, and then the minecart picks the stuff up for us. We have like a stack. That's less than I thought. Never. I'm gonna go home where I'll actually repair this stuff, because apparently I didn't do that very well. Be right back. Okay, is it daytime out there?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't matter a lot, I was just curious. If it's nighttime, I have to consider ducking to make sure I don't make a phantom happen. You were out here the whole time, so whatever this thing does was in real time. And it does that. This thing's going to be entirely full within an hour. So that's cool. That's pretty much exactly what we wanted, actually. Don't have a lot of time to repair I'll get it repaired, it's not a big deal, it's all mending. I'll do it later. We have, 90 seconds, we're not dead. I can do it, hang on. Give me... I do this just right. Poke. 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 That's that. So. Yeah, we have essentially infinite kelp. We have options for automating it into an oven to get cooked by, well, by kelp ultimately, by whatever. Go into one of these with it to compile the little seaweeds into blocks, and then the blocks cook the kelp and that's and whatever else. Don't know if we'd stay ahead of cooking needs if we had enough stored up, maybe. It's one of the tricks. That's why I was thinking of going big, but it's just unreasonable, because it would probably make it all glass and it would all suck and stuff. Yeah, but it's a good start. It's our kelp thing. AutoKelp. That's what it is. We'll get out of here. You can like and subscribe and make an AutoKelp machine, because that's how you do that in FlatWorld, where you have no resources. Click the stupid bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time. Bye.